Imagine this. A single song starts playing, and instantly your brain lights up like a fireworks display. Memories you thought were long gone rush back. Your heart beats a little faster, a shiver runs down your spine, and for a moment, you feel something you can't quite put into words. What if I told you that this isn't just a feeling? That music is literally changing your brain every time you listen. From releasing pleasure chemicals to rewiring neural connections, from unlocking memories to sharpening focus, music has the power to reshape your mind in ways you may never have imagined. When you press play on your favorite song, something extraordinary happens inside your head. In an instant, your brain doesn't just listen, it lights up like a city at night. Different neighborhoods of your brain switch on, each one contributing to the experience. The hippocampus, the region tied to memory, comes alive, helping you connect what you hear to moments from your past. The amygdala, the emotional hub, flares up, giving you that surge of feeling, whether it's joy, sadness, or pure adrenaline. At the same time, your motor cortex starts firing, which is why your foot begins tapping, your head starts nodding, and before you know it, you're moving with the rhythm. But it doesn't stop there. Deep in your limbic system, the brain's reward and motivation network, circuits are activated, preparing to flood you with pleasure chemicals. This is the same system that drives hunger, love, and survival. Music hacks into it effortlessly. Think about that. A simple sequence of sound waves, nothing more than vibrations traveling through the air, can set off a cascade across your brain. From memory to movement, from emotion to reward, no other human activity lights up so many areas at once. Music is not just background noise, it's a full brain workout. So the next time you hear a melody and feel it deep inside you, remember that what you're experiencing is your entire brain playing along. Each region joining the orchestra, creating something that feels almost magical. Why does a single song give you goosebumps or make you feel a rush of joy so strong it feels almost addictive? The answer lies in your brain's chemistry. When music hits, your brain releases dopamine, the very same neurotransmitter that fires when you eat your favorite food, fall in love, or achieve a long-awaited goal. This dopamine floods the nucleus accumbens, the reward center, creating that wave of pleasure we crave. It's why some people replay a song over and over. The brain wants another hit. And here's the fascinating part. Studies show that the dopamine spike doesn't just happen during the chorus or the climax. Your brain actually anticipates it. When you know what's coming, the drop in a dance track, the swell before a symphony peaks, dopamine is released even before the moment arrives. It's your brain predicting the reward, building suspense, and then paying it off. That's why familiar songs feel so satisfying. They let your brain play the game of expectation and reward perfectly. But not all music triggers the same response. A sad song can cause your amygdala to stir up feelings of melancholy, while at the same time rewarding you with dopamine for the emotional depth of the experience. It's a paradox. Music can make you cry and still feel good. So when you feel chills racing down your spine or that overwhelming wave of emotion, it's not just the music, it's your brain's own chemistry conducting an invisible symphony, turning sound into one of the most powerful emotional experiences we can have. Have you ever heard a song and within seconds been transported back in time? Maybe it's a childhood lullaby, a summer anthem from your teenage years, or the first dance at a wedding. That's not coincidence, it's your brain at work. When music enters your ears, it doesn't just stay in the auditory system, it weaves its way into the medial prefrontal cortex, a region tied closely to autobiographical memory and emotion. This is why a melody can act like a key, unlocking vivid, detailed memories that words alone can't reach. Scientists call this phenomenon music-evoked autobiographical memory. For people with conditions like Alzheimer's, this effect can be profound. A familiar song can cut through confusion, awakening recognition and emotion when spoken words no longer do. It's as if music has its own secret passage into the brain's most guarded places. But the power of music and memory isn't just about nostalgia. Engaging with music actively reshapes the brain. Studies show that musicians often have sharper verbal memory than non-musicians. Their training strengthens connections in areas linked to recall, effectively rewiring how information is stored and retrieved. Even listening to music while learning can improve retention, acting like a glue that helps seal information into long-term memory. So when you hum a childhood tune or get lost in a song that reminds you of someone you love, remember this. Music isn't just stirring your emotions. It's awakening your past, reinforcing your memory, and even reshaping your brain to hold on tighter to the moments that matter most. Music doesn't just entertain your brain, it transforms it. When you learn to play an instrument or sing, your brain begins to reorganize itself, creating new connections and strengthening existing ones. This ability, called neuroplasticity, means your brain is literally rewiring in response to the challenges music presents. Musicians, for example, show increased gray matter in areas related to memory, auditory processing, and motor control. Their brains become denser in regions that coordinate complex finger movements, auditory discrimination, and visual spatial skills. Even just a few years of training can make measurable changes, improving coordination between the two hemispheres of the brain through the corpus callosum. It's not limited to professionals. Anyone who practices music, even casually, can experience these benefits. Learning a new instrument, memorizing a song, or even practicing rhythmic exercises engages multiple systems simultaneously: motor, auditory, emotional, and cognitive. The result is a brain that is more adaptable, resilient, and efficient. Think of it like mental weightlifting. Each practice session, each scale, each chord progression is a repetition that strengthens the brain's muscles. Over time, this builds cognitive endurance, sharper attention, and enhanced memory. Music doesn't just pass through your brain, it sculpts it. With every note you play, every melody you sing, you're actively reshaping your neural landscape, making your brain stronger, more connected, and more capable than it was before. You don't have to be a trained musician to experience the brain-transforming power of music. Just listening, singing, or even humming along can spark profound changes in your emotional and social life. Take singing, for example. When you sing, your brain releases dopamine, just like when you hear a favorite song. But it also releases oxytocin, the so-called bonding hormone, which strengthens social connections and reduces stress. That's why group singing, whether in a choir, at karaoke, or around a campfire, creates a sense of community and shared joy. It's a built-in social glue encoded deep in our biology. Music can also be therapeutic. For patients with dementia or Parkinson's disease, familiar songs can unlock memories and improve motor function. Even when words fail, melodies remain, a bridge between past and present. Doctors and therapists use music to help patients move, communicate, and reconnect with themselves. It's astonishing how a simple tune can bypass cognitive barriers and reach the deepest parts of the brain, and the benefits don't stop there. Music lowers stress hormones, slows heart rate, and can even improve mood in minutes. A song that resonates with your current feelings can help you process emotions, turning sadness into reflection, anger into release, and happiness into amplified joy. It's like having a personal emotional coach, always on call. Even for those who aren't actively playing or performing, music fosters empathy. Listening to complex compositions or songs with meaningful lyrics can engage the brain's emotional networks, helping you understand and feel what others are experiencing. It's no wonder that across cultures and throughout history, music has been a tool for connection, storytelling, and healing. So whether you hum along in the shower, play background music while cooking, or join a friend for a spontaneous sing-along, your brain is responding. It's not just enjoying the sound, it's bonding, healing, and growing. Music isn't just entertainment, it's a bridge to your emotions, your social connections, and even your own well-being. Music doesn't just change your brain over years of practice. It can transform it in minutes. The moment a song begins, your body responds. Heart rate adjusts to the tempo, breathing patterns shift, and even blood pressure can rise or fall depending on the rhythm and energy of the music. It's a full-body response driven by the brain's intricate connection to the autonomic nervous system. Your attention also sharpens. Studies show that music can help synchronize brain activity, aligning your focus with the patterns and rhythms you hear. That's why many people find themselves more productive, more alert, or more creative when the right music plays. The pauses, transitions, and crescendos in a composition aren't just artistic. They act like cues for your brain, guiding attention and enhancing engagement. Emotionally, music works like an instant regulator. A calming melody can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, easing tension in minutes. An upbeat track can energize you, boosting dopamine and serotonin to elevate mood. Even short bursts of music can create emotional momentum, shifting how you feel and how you approach the tasks ahead. Interestingly, the brain can even anticipate musical changes. When a familiar song reaches a chorus or a beat drops, your brain predicts what's coming, triggering dopamine before the moment arrives. That anticipatory pleasure explains why we often replay favorite tracks again and again. It's the brain craving that satisfying, predictable reward. So whether you're listening to focus on work, lift your spirits, or just move your body, music is more than sound. It's a finely tuned tool that adjusts your physiology, regulates your emotions, and guides your attention, sometimes in ways you don't even notice, but always in ways your brain deeply responds to. Music isn't just for kids or musicians. It's a lifelong companion for your brain. From the earliest stages of development to the golden years, engaging with music shapes how we think, feel, and connect. For children, music is more than play. Learning an instrument or participating in musical activities strengthens memory, attention, and language skills. Brain regions responsible for auditory processing, motor coordination, and executive function grow more robust with consistent practice. Even simple activities like clapping along to a beat or singing songs in a classroom support neural development, laying the foundation for learning, problem solving, and emotional regulation. As we move into adolescence and adulthood, music continues to mold the brain. It enhances verbal memory, sharpens focus, and strengthens connections between sensory and cognitive areas. Playing an instrument or engaging with music challenges the brain to multitask, reading notes, controlling fingers, listening for pitch, and maintaining rhythm simultaneously. This complex coordination improves overall cognitive flexibility and adaptability, skills that extend far beyond music itself. For older adults, music can be a powerful tool to maintain brain health. Studies show that engaging with music, whether through listening, singing, or playing an instrument, can increase gray matter, boost working memory, and improve processing speed. Music even helps delay cognitive decline, offering a protective effect against memory loss. In people with dementia or other age-related conditions, familiar songs can spark recognition, evoke emotions, and improve communication when words alone fail. Across every stage of life, music acts as a bridge between mind and body, past and present, individual and community. It strengthens neural pathways, reinforces memory, regulates emotions, and fosters social bonds. Whether you're tapping along to a favorite childhood song, joining a friend for karaoke, or listening to a symphony in your later years, your brain is actively growing, adapting, and thriving. Music is not just a pastime, it's a lifelong brain workout, a source of joy, and a tool for connection that carries benefits from the first note to the last. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you want curious questions answered, have a look at some of our other videos.